Hello, all signs. Welcome to your reading for the period of January 13th until January 19th. We'll be starting off with Capricorn. If this reading resonates with you, consider a personal reading. My email is below. Just send me an email. We can go ahead and work that out. Otherwise, or it's wherever you're seeing it, on whatever page you're seeing it. Otherwise, let's get started to our reading. So let's start off with Capricorn. This week, you're going to discover a truth that's unexpected. It could bring about arguments and stress along with it, but it is going to free and liberate you of your past ways. So my advice for you for this week is when it happens, realize that while the delivery wasn't the best, you didn't get it in the best way, the result gets you where you need to be for this week. Alrighty? Aquarius, in your typical Aquarian fashion, you're being really open to change this week and doing things differently. You're communicating your ideas fervently for quick action forward regarding innovation and just making a change. Just be certain not to overlook details in your haste or say something that could be taken incorrectly or wrong or misunderstood for this week. Next, we have Pisces. Pisces, some unexpected events are going to bring about a great change. But this is gonna cause an illumination. The tower's collapse is gonna cause an illumination and a new beginning that's actually gonna fulfill you and work out for you emotionally. So you have a new beginning in an emotional sense. Don't resist its collapse. Change is inevitable, and by doing so, it's actually gonna elongate the painful part of the process. So be patient and try to get to the other side of that this week. Aries, you're cutting yourself off from people or a person and isolating yourself. Could possibly be a Virgo. We have the Hermit card here in reverse for Virgo, the card of Virgo. You might be focusing on working on practical stability, such as finances, family, home, assets, anything to provide yourself security, okay? Make sure you cut the wrong people out, but keep the right ones in during this period of time. Next, we have Taurus. Taurus, you're feeling a little bit insecure this week. You might possibly be avoiding a conflict, which could inhibit your growth. As much as you may want to, you may not want to. You need to express your feelings and needs, even if it causes discord. So my advice for you guys this week would be embrace this as a challenge and try to push through it. Like, kind of like that saying, whatever resists persists. So, just face it head on and kind of take care of it. Geminis, prosperity, happiness, and extreme joy this week in regards to home, family, colleagues, any group like that. You're rejoicing with friends and family. Just be certain you're not idealizing or over-idealizing a situation. Make sure you step back and be certain that what you're seeing is what you're actually seeing, not what you want it to actually be for this week. Cancers, you have been investing and working diligently on a project or situation. You're actually pausing and wondering if you should continue on, if it's going to be worth it. You may get like dreamy and distracted and slip up or stop working. Along comes somebody who's really good at restoring order and directing you and gets you back on track, okay? My advice is you might be tempted to pause and reflect, but don't kind of get stuck in that and become too complacent. There will be success through work if you continue, so just kind of push on through this week. Leos, you have not been judged fairly, and it's really bothering the heck out of you this week. This is affecting your self-worth. It's affecting your pride. So you're trying to go back and see what's causing this because you just can't leave it alone. I mean, it's driving you crazy. You can't stand it. So my advice for you this week is to know your limitations, and when you're beating a dead horse, sometimes we need to create our own closure, or we need to move on without answers, and you might need to do that in your case this week. Virgos, there's a conflict resolution that you are avoiding this week. You don't feel comfortable enough to resolve it until you have like all the information or further information. You're being really indecisive, so you're kind of deciding not to take any action at all and just kind of stall and just sit tight. This decision and conflict will be resolved based on how you feel intuitively. It's not something that you can trust. You can't trust in your tangible senses to solve this, but you really need to trust in what feels right, which is going to be really hard for you guys because I know you guys are analytical and kind of deal with the tangible. That this is the only way you're going to be able to figure this out is to go within and be like, okay, what feels right, and then trust in yourself to go in that direction. Libras, this is a little strange for this week. This goes one of two ways. I think some of you are taking pride in your children or a child this week, like you have raised them in a certain way and you're very proud of it because they're demonstrating that they're mature, they're independent, and they can provide for themselves. That's for some of you. Others of you this week are actually connect with a past person who is successful, stable, single, and they're in really good standing financially. So you might actually connect with this person and anything from just, you know, meeting them out for coffee or actually reconciling and having a romantic relationship with them this week. Scorpios, you've taken your feelings out of a situation and you're ready to see the cold, hard truth from an objective viewpoint. There's been a betrayal from a loved one, whether a friend or a partner, and you've let them know that you're not going to put up with it. Not only that you know the truth, but you're like, I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to put up with this. And you're being very adamant about it. So I really like how you guys are sticking to your guns this week in regards to that. And then finally, Sagittarius says, you all are feeling frustrated with your lack of progress, where your life is going. You've kind of stepped back and looked at the bigger picture with wisdom and are trying to discover what your personal truth is going to be moving forward. My advice this week is you can no longer kind of take a passive approach to your life, and you have to determine what changes need to be enacted in your life, and then you need to be productive and actually go about doing those things is what I would say for you all. So again, if any of this resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. We'll kind of set that up. Otherwise, I will see you in next week's reading. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.